When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made their shocking announcement to step back as senior members of the royal family, the world held its breath. The move, dubbed Megxit, not only sent shockwaves through the monarchy, but also set the stage for one of the most publicized royal rifts in modern history. For years, the focus has largely been on Harry's perspective, as he shared his side of the story through interviews, a Netflix documentary, and his explosive memoir, Spare. Yet, amid all the noise, Prince William remained notably silent until now. In a move that surprised everyone, Prince William has finally broken his silence on his younger brother's royal exit. Known for his measured and reserved demeanor, William's decision to speak out has not only captivated royal watchers, but also reignited discussions about the complex dynamics within the House of Windsor. So, what exactly did the Prince of Wales have to say, and why has it left everyone stunned? Reports suggest that William's statement was not planned. During a recent public engagement, he was asked about the ongoing rift with Harry. Rather than sidestepping the question, as he has often done in the past, William chose to address it head-on. His words were carefully chosen, but carried a weight that spoke volumes about his true feelings. It's been a challenging few years for the family. William reportedly began, his tone measured but unmistakably tinged with emotion. Harry's decisions are his own, and while I may not agree with everything, he's my brother. That bond doesn't just disappear. This rare acknowledgement of the rift marked the first time William has publicly addressed Harry's departure. While he stopped short of delving into specifics, his comments suggested a mix of frustration, sadness, and a lingering hope for reconciliation. For a man who has spent his entire life adhering to royal protocol and avoiding public displays of personal conflict, this candid moment was nothing short of groundbreaking. Royal insiders have long speculated about the depth of the brothers' estrangement. Once famously close, William and Harry's relationship began to fracture years before Megxit. Sources point to a series of disagreements, including Harry's whirlwind romance with Meghan and his subsequent decision to prioritize his new family over royal duties. William, ever the dutiful heir, reportedly struggled to understand Harry's choices, leading to a growing divide that neither brother seemed able to bridge. In his recent comments, William hinted at the pain caused by this breakdown in communication. Families argue. That's universal, he said. But when those arguments are played out in the public eye, it makes things so much harder. I'd like to think there's still a way forward, but it takes effort on both sides. These words struck a chord with many, not least because they echoed sentiments expressed by Harry in his interviews. Both brothers seemed to yearn for a resolution, yet the path to reconciliation remains fraught with obstacles. Among these is the lingering resentment over the Sussexes' public criticism of the royal family. In their now infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey, Harry and Meghan aired grievances that painted the monarchy in a less than flattering light. For William, who has dedicated his life to upholding the royal institution, these accusations were deeply hurtful. William's recent statement also touched on his sense of responsibility as the future king. My role comes with certain expectations, he explained. I've always believed in leading by example, which means staying committed to the responsibilities I've been entrusted with. That doesn't mean I don't feel the loss of my brother's presence. This balancing act between personal emotion and public duty has long defined William's approach to his royal role. Unlike Harry, who has openly challenged the constraints of royal life, William has chosen to embrace them, seeing his position as both a privilege and a duty. His comments reflect a man deeply torn between his loyalty to the monarchy and his love for his brother. The timing of William's statement is also significant. It comes at a moment when public interest in the royal family remains high, but sympathy for the Sussexes has waned in some circles. Harry and Meghan's decision to step back was initially met with widespread support, particularly from younger generations who admired their desire for independence. However, their continued public disclosures about royal life have drawn criticism, with some accusing them of exploiting their royal connections while simultaneously rejecting the institution. For William, this public perception adds another layer of complexity. On one hand, he's aware of the need to protect the monarchy's image. On the other, he's grappling with the personal toll of a fractured family. His recent comments reflect this duality, offering a glimpse into the emotional challenges he faces as both a brother and the future king. Reactions to William's remarks have been mixed. Supporters praised his honesty and willingness to address the situation, calling it a step toward healing. Critics, however, questioned whether his words were too little, too late. Some even speculated that his statement was carefully orchestrated to shift the narrative back in favor of the monarchy. Regardless of the motivations behind his comments, one thing is clear: William's decision to speak out has reignited interest in the royal rift. It has also raised questions about what comes next. Will this moment of candor pave the way for further dialogue between the brothers? Or will it deepen the divide, with each side continuing to stick to their positions? Experts are divided on the likelihood of reconciliation. Some believe that William's remarks signal a genuine desire to mend fences, even if progress is slow. Others argue that the damage, fueled by years of misunderstandings and public airing of grievances, is too great to overcome. For Harry and Meghan, William's comments may be a double-edged sword. On one hand, they acknowledge the pain and complexity of the situation, offering a potential olive branch. On the other, they underscore the challenges of bridging a gap that has been widened by public scrutiny and deeply personal differences. As the royal family looks to the future, the relationship between William and Harry remains a critical piece of the puzzle. Their bond, or lack thereof, will undoubtedly shape the monarchy's narrative in the years to come. For King Charles, who has reportedly encouraged reconciliation, this moment represents both a challenge and an opportunity. The king's desire to see his sons united aligns with his broader goal of preserving the monarchy's stability. But achieving that unity is easier said than done. For now, royal watchers can only speculate about what William's statement means for the future. Was it a genuine attempt to open the door to reconciliation, or simply a way to address mounting public pressure? Whatever the case, his words have added a new dimension to an already complex and emotionally charged story. In the end, the story of William and Harry is one of family, duty, and the challenges of navigating both in the public eye. It's a story that resonates far beyond the confines of Buckingham Palace, offering a reminder that even the most privileged families are not immune to conflict. As William himself said, families argue. That's universal. But whether this family can find a way to move forward remains one of the most compelling questions of our time.